Okay, welcome to NYAFF Chat. I'm Sam Jamier, the director of the festival and of the organization. I'm with David. We're going to continue to talk about 2016. Everyone says 2016 was an abominable year on many levels, but
Sure.
What kind of year was it for Asian cinema? That's what we're here to discuss. Our job is to program Asian films. We do this all day, every day. Not all day, every day. Almost all day, every day.
It feels like it sometimes, in a good way.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
During the festival, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say starting from the spring, it's kind of it's like every day. But it's fun
Right on.
sometimes. So we watch a lot of movies, so we're going to go over a few titles that we've seen and we thought were interesting. Also, we're in New York City, one of the capitals of the film festival world. I believe we have the largest number of film festivals in the city, actually. I'm not sure. That might be a bit of an exaggeration. I should just say it. New York, capital city of the film festival world.
Sure,
This is it.
there's so much going. There's more movies to see here than you could ever see.
We're in
your
the
life.
post-truth era anyway.
Yeah.
Who cares? No one uses Google anymore. So we can talk about that. Why don't we start a little bit with Asian events in the city, Asian film events. I mean, this one actually that we set up, but I wasn't there. I was working for the festival. I was overseas.
Yeah, you're talking about what happened Halloween, which was the Alamo Draft House just opened in Brooklyn, and they inaugurated. See the inauguration.
Yeah.
They inaugurated the cinema with Subway Halloween series, In the Mood for Gore.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like bringing it back after 14 years.
Yeah, we're bringing it back.
And that was Hong Kong horror and sicko movies. You know, Category 3 movies that have stuff that is reprehensible but super entertaining.
Okay. You enjoyed it.
Well, I think I saw that stuff in Chinatown, so it's almost like I kind of grew up seeing Category 3 movies in a way, so getting to see them again, I saw a couple. I saw two of them. I mean, I think I'd seen most of them.
Uh-huh.
There were two I wasn't sure if I'd seen them before when I watched them, and they were thoroughly entertaining. That was Love to Kill and Intruder. And when I saw them again, I'm like, oh yeah, this is coming back to me now. Maybe I saw this in Chinatown. Very mean, violent, taboo-breaking films.
Okay.
And they also showed the Shaw Brothers, like 70s horror gore classic, Seeding of a Ghost. Mm-hmm. And what else?
Maybe we should recall it the Category 3 series. I've been thinking about that. I don't know.
A Category 3 series.
We should probably explain a little bit what Category 3 is. You want to explain it?
So Category 3 is a rating they established in Hong Kong. Basically, it's like NC-17. And what it ended up being was, and please jump in if I'm describing
you're
this,
right. You're right.
Movies that had sex, too much violence, and too much of both combined. More or less, right?
Yeah.
And they were notorious for, the Category 3 was notorious for having these really mean-spirited, terrifying thrillers or horror films. Dr. Lamb is another example. What else?
Human Lanterns.
Human Lanterns, yeah. I'm trying to think of others, but
what's your favorite Category 3 film of all time?
I can't.
I would say Ebola Syndrome by Herman Yao.
Oh,
who was our guest a few years ago.
The human meat buns? Is that Category 3?
That's right.
What's it called? The Untold Story.
The Untold Story.
It's similar to Ebola.
Well, they did it several
syndrome.
times. Yeah. The human, the cannibal.
Which is based on apparently a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
It goes way back, that whole thing about feeding your guest tainted meat, black meat. I think it comes back to old tales. And for example, in a lot, I don't know, I wouldn't say a lot, but in some classical Jianghu tale, the tales of the martial arts world.
Right.
One of the, I would say the template for all Jianghu tale, for all martial arts stories, is the water margin. In the water margin, you have you have some of the main characters are going to stop by at an inn, like
Sure.
the Dragon Gate Inn style.
Right.
Right? So they stop there and, they're like, oh, there's something weird about the meat. And yeah, the hosts are actually feeding them human meat. Basically they kill people there and they turn them into dumplings.
That's a good point, because the Jianghu kind of stories like that come from the Watermarch and later turn into wuxia movies are full of phantasmagorical and sometimes creepy stuff. Like I saw Perils of the Sentimental Swordsman, which was a big series with T-Long, right? And there's a part where basically what happens is he goes to hell, and at one point he meets a guy, and this guy cuts open his own knee and pulls out a map, which was really weird and kind of gross.
Yeah, that's right. That would be an interesting topic to talk about. But even like going back to this, in the wuxia genre,
right?
In Dragon Gate Inn, the new Dragon Gate Inn from the 1990s. I think one of the main thing is in the inn they feed their guests human meat filled buns. Do you remember the
tainted meat?
Yeah.
So now you know what? That's funny, because that's Choi Hark who made that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Choi Hark's first or second
and of course,
movie.
We Are Going to Eat You.
Yes,
there
exactly.
You go.
So I guess
it's not just the stuff that's French. I wouldn't say like every classic film has a scene. Hey guys, here's some delicious meat, and by the way, there's human liver in it. And
well, what about Dumplings? The movie Dumplings.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's interesting. We should make a special about that, a podcast or something.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I wonder where that comes from. You don't have that in Japanese cinema, for example.
It's funny because I mentioned to you earlier Edogawa Rampo, and Edogawa Rampo made some really creepy stories, but I don't think he ever talked about cannibalism.
There's anything about cannibalism.
He just talked about voyeurism and stuff like that. Maybe it's the Chinese obsession with food. Because you take something that's a cultural obsession and you make it horrific. Right. You go to the abject. Right. And certainly eating human meat is the most abject thing you could do, probably.